Hey, it's your girl KV back with another review for Real Housewives of Potomac, y'all. This is season 10, episode 11. Lisa's up, giddy up. I said they so petty. Oh, that was a great picture. They're so petty. I'll need the screenshot there. Let's see if it's still there. I sent it to myself. I'm sorry, y'all. You know how when you have the widgets on your iPad and stuff, and it show you like random pictures from your roll, and I'm like, oh, that's a great picture, and I'm actually like talking to the person that's in the picture now, so I'm like, oh, I need to send them this picture. My friend, Lisa's up, so giddy up. We start with Tia having a work event. It's a polo event. Her job, Sotheby's. I said, I must not be plugged because everybody say she works for Sotheby's. She works for Sotheby's, and I'm like, I don't even know what Sotheby's. Okay, big real estate company, I suppose. Go Tia. Only chocolate drop in that cookie. Okay, so it's the all women's polo team. They having the event. Did they say it was close to Juneteenth? I think it's like around Juneteenth-ish, so they felt compelled to sing the national anthem. That cracked me up. But before that, we see them getting on the bus and everything. I said she had food for the sprinter, and they already had food at the event, because I'm like, is this food finna go out there with the way everybody eating? They're like, what's happening? But it was food for the sprinter and then food at the event. Cool. So on this trip, they're letting Jassy know that Stacey didn't plan on going to your wedding, girl. You know that, right? And Jassy's just like, listen, I'm gonna need definitive proof that my girl is a liar, because basically y'all don't like her and y'all ain't above making up lies and stuff about her. So I appreciate that Jassy is not just gonna, fall for the bait off rip, because to be honest, Stacey from day one, we got the same story that Jassy got, which was she had an event that same day. She could have been lying, but her story has been consistent with us, okay? The viewers. So Jassy ain't falling for it. They just, they're headed to the thing. They get there. Apparently, Angel was supposed to sing the anthem. She asked Angel. Tia asked Angel, but because she's like an opera classically trained singer, I said, okay, come on, okay, Michelle, let's hear it. And when she got to sing it on the after show, it's actually another Michelle. She sounds like Chrisette Michelle. That like voice where it's husky, but it's really light, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's not like a Jennifer Hudson type of husky. It's a husky light type deal. She got a voice like that. And I love me some Chrisette Michelle. So when Angel started singing, I said, girl, you finna make me fall in love with you more. Not you on the show, but aesthetically and sonically, baby. Angel has my heart. And I just want her, I just want so much better for her. I just want so much better for her on this show. Anywho's, it was interesting that Tia is the only black person. I'm like, did she offer up herself for hosting this event, or did they ask her? I just really wonder. Was she just like, hey, I got the cameras, I'm on this show, I can really, say Sotheby's every episode, and do I get any clients that come through? So maybe that's what it is. Maybe she pitched herself, but the fact that they had her arrange somebody singing the anthem, get the black people to sing, and them being crazy and hilarious and singing a black national anthem. Now, did Ashley say that is there a black national anthem? That's not what she asked, right? We didn't hear the first part of that question, and she must have asked something else, because she knew the song once they got to singing it. So maybe she didn't know that it was officially the black national anthem, even though she still knew the song. Anyway, Ashley, you touched my nerves a lot in this episode, and we'll get there. We'll keep it in order. Angel. Ashley, speaking of Ashley, even a broke clock is right twice a day. And this is Ashley's one. Ashley's sitting back, eating her little snacks and stuff, and she's like, so Angel, don't you think that today would have been a really good time to get to know some of us ladies better? Angel's like, yeah, I plan to. And Ashley's like, girl, when? The season's almost over. We're about to vote you off the island. Because every time you come around, you're glued to Kay. You are glued to Kay. And you crying about being called a catfish when you are indeed a catfish. Okay? You ain't even trying to plead for a spot with say with Big Sister Jizzy and myself. I mean, I don't understand. And she's in the confessional talking about basically she's not gonna beg for friendship. You're doing that slick for Giselle, the way that you skirting, holding her accountable for calling you the catfish and just yelling at Wendy and being mad at Wendy. Like, it don't go for all. And she just, it was funny. They have a good time. They on their best behavior though. And yeah. 18 hours later, we see Angel gotta move out the rental that she's in. I guess it was an Airbnb, because they just sent a real rent, you know, the stock text, hey, hope you had a good stay, just the checkout instructions type deal. So it seemed like it was just a little Airbnb they had while they was out here filming for the season. They're, of course, making it such a bigger deal than what it has to be. It's like, the only thing goofy about it is the fact that you didn't allot for extra time for filming. Like, you ain't, what about when y'all gotta go back and do what they call the interviews? We call them confessionals. How did we get confessionals out of y'all them calling it interviews? They used to call it confessionals. Who started the confessionals wave? Where did the word come from? But it just feels like a confessional. But I'm gonna call them confessional, even though in production land they call them interviews. A lot of time for going back and redoing stuff after you've wrapped the season and stuff. Like, she didn't allow for none of that. And I'm like, hey, you ain't tell her that sometimes these cameras get picked back up? Like, I guess she got thrown off because maybe she had to come out there. Was she on the first episode? She wasn't on the first episode. So she started like regular. So yeah, that's the only thing goofy about it, but her renting the Airbnb. Okay, she was looking for a house, allegedly. I gotta sneeze. That sneeze damn near broke my spleen. Jesus. Okay. So she's just over there packing stuff up, and like I said, the only thing I get annoyed about is she ain't enough time. Like, girl, you supposed to be, you know, like Ashley said, you're a mom. Like, you're supposed to be like top wag. This just seems like it wouldn't be an issue type deal. I'm a VAT number, but it being an Airbnb, who cares? Kiana ends up coming over. She just walked right in the door. Bobby was like, so we don't ring the doorbell? I guess not, Bobby. She said, look, production in and out. I'm finna walk in the house too. Okay. She come over. She looking around like, girl, what's happening? Or why are you packing? And she's like, girl, we gotta go back to Colorado. She gets nervous. Kay gets nervous, like, you my bestie. You just got here. You can't leave me yet. Girl, we'll be back and forth, okay? Then Tia gets there too. Bobby goes outside. A lot of people had a problem with this. Bobby goes outside with the kids while they in there packing. I said, sounds about right. He ain't trying to hear all of this while y'all filming. Like, I got the kids. They don't need to hear this neither. Okay? Get the kids and get ghost. Tia comes over and she's like, listen, dude, I thought y'all was supposed to be buying a house. What's up? She's like, oh, I love our realtor Jessica. She's great. No, she's good, but and Tia's like, listen, I usually don't mix business with pleasure, but you know, I don't mind. And she's like, I don't mind double dipping. And then she turns to her husband and says, she works for Sotheby's. And he's like, she worked for Sotheby's? So why we been on Zillow this whole time? I said, not y'all been on Zillow this house. She got a realtor and the realtor ain't offering. What is happening? It's just not giving wag behavior. Or she just has no intentions of moving out there yet. I'ma just give it that, because the fact that she said Bobby is a 10-year starter, you should, the realtor should be on point and on deck. You're willing to spend $5, $6, $7 million on a house. You ain't limited. So the fact that I ain't got no house yet, I'm like, So it's gonna be interesting to see if Tia gets them a house right away that they like. Are they gonna actually buy it, or are they gonna be like, oh, we don't know, I'm in the ceilings, we're gonna see if they do all of that. But as soon as Tia leaves, Giselle calls. I said production was over there like, Tia's getting in the car, call her now. They setting up all the cameras. I said, all these angles is killing me. How many GoPros y'all got in here? And Tia is in there. Giselle calls to invite her to the Potomac and Ponies. What was the little goofy thing called? Potomac and Ponies or something like that. It was around Cowboy Carter time, so everybody want to do a cowboy thing. So she tells her, poor thing, Angel, she has to move out of her home. I was like, oh my gosh, she has to move out of her home. And Giselle was like, oh, so she thought we would be done filming by now. So she came out here just for the show? Or maybe she don't like us. Dang. And Tia is like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have said anything. You knew what your miss ad were doing, girl. Don't be acting all shocked now. You know who Giselle is. Stacy and Kay meet up. They basically trying to get on the right foot. Stacy said, you know how Michelle Obama says, when they go low, you go high? Well, I decided to take a gummy, get high, and go meet Kay. And yes, baby, she was definitely, what Ashley called her, Spacey Stacy. She was definitely giving Spacey Stacy, y'all. She be cracking me up sometimes. She asked Kay if she wants to share something. She been looking at the menu. Kay says, yeah, anything with no cheese. Stacy orders the pizza anyway. And I'm like, it was just funny, the sequence of events, because Stacy didn't be like, oh, girl, never mind, I'm gonna get the pizza. No, she was just like, yeah, the pizza. Burrata, no olives. And then you see the big old pizza that we don't even see her. It looked like the pizza was whole the whole time. So did you order a pizza just to be petty? Like, why didn't I know you were allergic to cheese? Girl, yes you did. So she said it a million times. As many dinners as you done been to, and this girl be like, make sure it has no cheese. It has no cheese, right? Make sure it has no cheese. Girl, you know good and well. She couldn't eat nothing at Karen event last time because even the salad had cheese. You knew that girl could eat cheese. But it's my type of petty. Anyhow, Stacy, Kay tells Stacy, well, let's start this off, Stacy. So, at the Bloom Ball, you was just so nasty, so mean to me, so nasty. Production flips right to the Bloom Ball. Hey, Stacy. Hey, Stacy. Hey. And Stacy says, okay, well, let's go in chronological order, because at Giselle's house, you were vicious and you were yelling at me. And it flips right on over there where she was kind of tagging into Stacy for reasons that really ain't hers. Like, it's one thing to be annoyed by somebody being phony, but to be like viscerally upset, it's just like, girl, calm down. Calm down. So she's like, you can't expect for me to be all warm and friendly after that. Kay says that Stacy tries to weaponize her fight against her. Stacy's like, well, you're the one always reminding us that you can fight. They show all the clips. Well, she's like, oh yeah, I fight. Oh, I know you fight. I know. I don't want to get chin checked. And then she's like, you're always like doing your fists. And Stacy's like, Kay is like, girl, what? Doing my fist? Like, what? And production shows her being like, clips of her having aggressive hands. Y'all remember? Did y'all watch Black Ink Crew back in the day with the deaf girl and she was cussing somebody out and Donna told her she need to quiet her hands or something like that. She was yelling at me when that was what made me think of, because she was really aggressive with the hands. You're always doing something with your fist. That had me cracking up, y'all. It was just too funny the way production slipped them little clips in there. Stacey's just like, listen, we have a lot in common, and you know, we should just squash it. I'm back with my ex, you're back with yours. You know, we should just squash it, okay? Because Kay has been doing the absolute most for absolutely no reason. Like, being this mad that a girl is lying on her own business and not you, it's too much. You yelling at her because you want to yell at Greg. And I saw that sneak peek, y'all, and I usually don't do this. I saw the sneak peek today of what's going to happen on the upcoming episode. That man is a villain. I can't believe she moved back in with him. We'll talk about it next week. So, yeah, that's how they scene in. Next, we see Giselle, Ashley, and Wendy. They go out to catch up. Wendy got some stitch braids in. And at first, I was like, is this what the crowd? Because I've been seeing some fans saying, oh, I hate Wendy's hair. I hate Wendy's hair. I hate Wendy's hair, before I had watched the episode. And so I was like, is this the hair they say they hate? They must be. Is this a racism? Because this hair is not bad. I like the braids. She had like some stitch braids in, right? But when she turned to the side, it was very scalpy. It was very scalpy. Like, I don't know if it's some thinning in there or if it's just like the way the light was hitting it, but it was real scalpy in the stitch braid area. So there's that. They get a text from Angel while they're sitting there, inviting them to go to Colorado. I said, come on, Angel. You're thinking on your toes. You're thinking on your feet. What a way to pivot. You got to go home to do a little reset. So you might as well take the girls with you, because you ain't really trying to miss no days of filming, okay? You already ain't doing that good in filming. You miss a few days, we ain't gonna miss you, talk about you. Ain't nobody gonna want to call you to see if you coming to the next event. So making yourself still relevant by being present. Y'all gonna come home with me? Come on, I gotta go home. Y'all gonna come with me. Let's go. Giselle lets them know that she talked to Tia and she already invited her to the Potomac and Ponies. Wendy's just like, we are supposed to be doing this together. Why you do it without me? Because production called her, girl. It was, tea needed to be spilled, okay? They needed the tea to spill, the pot to stir. We had to call Giselle. Y'all, I be talking too fast sometimes because I be getting lightheaded. And I be like, oh, that's because I'm not breathing as much as I need to. Seriously. Prosecco. Y'all know the vibes. But Wendy says, I'm going to let Stacey bring the potato salad. And Ashley, of all people, has something to say. Oh, it better not be no raisins in it. Stacey may talk white, but she is still a black woman from Detroit. She is blacker than you, Ashley. Let's not do this. Not with the way your fish was looking. We are not about to do this, Ashley. Not about to play with you. So they're talking about how Angel is having to move. Wendy, I'm usually with you, but this was just messy. She tells them that Angel's realtor, or some lady that was working with Angel, let her know that Angel told her, we want something that looks real expensive. Like $50,000 a month look expensive, but we only want to pay $2,000 to $3,000 a month. I said, this don't even sound believable to me, because people is paying $2,000 to $3,000 a month for a house in Memphis. So a house that they would need in Potomac, as big as they would want it, ain't no way you paying no $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So it just felt like it felt like Giselle making stuff up. It felt like this very next moment, y'all just going back and forth, making up lies. This was Wendy said, anything you can do, I can do better. And Giselle said, you ain't finna outlie me. Okay, girl, I do this. You new to this, okay? So Giselle's like, well, why is she leaving? She don't like us? What's wrong? And then she says, well, I heard Bobby don't like the guys. She stuttered. I heard Bobby he don't like the guys. And Wendy's like, yeah, well, he don't like Eddie. And Wendy busts out laughing. And Giselle said, okay, I just made that up. Giselle said, if you gonna make something up, I'm gonna make something up too. Hell, shoot. Playing my game better than me. Giselle and Wendy teamed up for this 4th of July potluck family fun day called Potomac and Ponies. Wendy, she made reference to the fact that her parties and Giselle's parties hating on this. they differ. They differ. And so I guess since Wendy is being frugal because these renovations, she just went with a potluck. They went with a potluck. I said, oh, okay. Ashley made catfish trying to be shady, and it did not look good. It did not look good. And my thing about stuff like this, that's probably what she said. Bringing fried foods to events like this where fried foods don't really hold up. You know what I mean? It's like, y'all could have got some catering. Y'all could have got some Publix deli catering. You know what I mean? Something. This was just an interesting choice. Ashley about the catfish. She about the catfish. The catfish. Wendy brought Popeyes. And they all on her head about it because this your event, you hosting and you bringing some Popeyes, girl. Like, I guess. Later on, we see Angel acting snobbish in confessional. She had me cracking up. She was like, you bring fried fish and fried chicken or cold Popeyes to the event. In my house, I had catering and stuff. This $10 half rented space. Have some respect. Baby, I was screaming because that food was janky. It really was a janky setup. I am totally with her there. So they call. Oh, Angel and I, this happened later on. It just popped in my head when I was talking about it. But they had called. They called Angel to see how long it would be before she got there. Because apparently she was 2 hours late and didn't really communicate with them. So they call her. Well, Kiana calls her. It's like, hey, girl, when you going to be here? Oh, we far. Oh, okay. How long it's going to be? And she kind of pauses. And Bobby's like, we'll get there when we get there. And so they all like, what? This is crazy. So they hang up the phone and Tia's like caping. Well, I mean, you guys, they're still packing up the whole house and have some compassion. They're getting the kids together and everybody's just like, nah, Bobby was rude. It was rude. Giselle's like, if that's the case, they could have turned themselves around and went back home. Like, it ain't even that deep. Stacy ends up bringing Timo, y'all. Everyone is gagged. You should have seen Giselle's face shatter. I screamed at Giselle's face shattering like that, y'all. She said, Stacey said she brought him because of her relationship with Wendy and Eddie. I said, okay, girl. They trying to figure out how to pronounce Timo name, and somebody's like, it's T-Mall, it's T-Mall. And Wendy said, when did a L get in there? And her daughter is standing nearby, and she's like, excuse me. Excuse me. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I ain't see her right there. Exactly. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Them kids gonna get you together every time. So Angel finally gets there. It looked like she didn't bring nothing. She got her husband. Was it both of her kids or just one? I think just one, because she was mentioning the sitter couldn't find the new house. So they questioned her about the house, and she is just stumbling and beating around the bush like she don't know what happened with her own deals. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, girl. All right. And Wendy's like, girl, they said you got evicted. Just messy. Wendy's so messy. And it goes off there, and it's going to pick up next week with more Family Fun Day, Potomac, and ponies. So I did watch What Happens Live. Only thing that was worth noting from there is that Kiana says she tried to make up with Stacey and Nevis. And Nacy was just like, I do not want to be your friend. But I'm like, that's still kind of fresh off of Giselle's house where you was doing the most. So I still don't blame her for that. As far as the after show goes, that was a little juicy. It was a little juicy. Angel is talking about Ashley, and she is just not fond of Ashley after that whole catfish trick, okay? She said she's nasty. She's not a good friend. She projects on others. She's just going in. She says that it is stank coochie energy to be a mean girl. And when she first said it, K-Face was like, K-Face was like, whoa. Is it me? I'm like, yes, it's you. You're the stank coochie energy as well, okay? Because you're being a mean girl. But after a second, you know, when she realized the cameras is dead in her face and you reacting on camera, she kind of laughs and giggles and makes little jokes about it. But, girl, the same can be said for you. It's you. Hi, Stacey. All that, girl. Ashley is over there talking about how she can't imagine Timo and Stacey being intimate. Ashley, how quickly we have forgotten what your ex-husband looked like. Timo looked better than, what's that man's name? Michael. Booty grabbing Michael. Like, the nerve of this girl. You were married to a literal predator. Looks and acts like, girl, get away from me with this Apollo. Okay, I just can't. I already mentioned apparently Angel was the one who was supposed to sing the anthem by herself, but she got sick. Tia's talking about this in the after show, and Angie's like, oh, that was her excuse. Tia's like, it wasn't an excuse, it was real. Tia was just, you can tell she'd be a little annoyed about Giselle's mean girl antics at times. But we hear Angel sing, like I said, beautiful voice. Sounds like Chris said Michelle, but you know, nobody got skirt, if you know what I mean. But that's it for this week's review, y'all. Oh, I got it done in under 30 minutes. Yay me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know if you're watching, and share the video with your friends who are also watching. I'm gonna be doing, we're gonna see if Married to Medicine get done tomorrow. I really hope I can squeeze it in, but I also have to do a open house with this school. I'm thinking about sending my baby to next year, so I might be too busy to do it tomorrow evening, but we gonna see. Anyway though, bye.